Hello, friends. Welcome again to Conscious Energy. My name is She. Oh, I've had a beautiful 2 weeks. I'm hoping I'm finding you in good spirits and good health. Some of you this past week, with the storms, the tornadoes that have been coming through the middle of the United States over the last few weeks, really it has been over a month that it has been wet. Lots of rain, lots of bad weather. It has been a very wet season and a very disruptive season due to the wet rains and tornadoes and hurricanes that are happening here in the United States. I just got back from Chicago myself. We had delays because of the weather. So my short flight turned into a very long day. Excuse me, guys. Ooh, excuse me. I just got a little tickle. Let me just take a drink of water instead of keep stopping. I didn't want to stop because the energies are flowing. So I want to just keep going. Today's energies that we're tapping into are Gemini. We're in the horoscope season astrology of Gemini. Gemini are the twins. The twins are here. They started on May 21st, actually, and they go all the way to June 21st. Gemini is a sign that is fun. Most of the people I know, I have quite a few Geminis in my life, and they can be pretty fun. They like to laugh, they're clever, they're just intellectual beings, and I do enjoy their energy and hanging out with them. And actually, being close to the creativity also charges my creativity when I'm hanging around or communicating or relaxing with my Gemini buddies. It is the throat chakra, when we talk about energy, that governs the Gemini twins. And throat chakra, as we talked about before, is communication. So the color is a blue, uh, something like a turquoise blue, or any blue really. So if you want to tap into this Gemini energy, at least up until the 21st of the month, why don't you throw blue? Many colors, there's so many beautiful colors in the rainbow of blue that you can throw into your wardrobe and help kind of synergize or remind you that you're focusing on your communication and your self expressions and the feelings of speaking your truth. So when you have physical challenges that has to do with the throat area, respiratory, breathing, teeth, or even your vocal cords that is resonating with your throat chakra, that could, when it's out of balance, could cause those type of challenges in your health. Our energy stone is the more what I call like my yin and my yang. It is a symbol of both the feminine and masculine qualities. And over the next week, we're tapping into the energies of rebirth. And when we talk about rebirth, we're talking about magic. We're talking about how can we build upon strengthening and balancing our throat chakra. The throat chakra is very vital to communication, how we express ourselves, whether it's expressing ourselves in business, pleasure, or love. Especially when we're communicating, we want to make sure that we're communicating clearly and we're actually expressing our truth in the people who we are communicating with, that they're actually getting the essence of who we are and what we're trying to let them know about us or about a situation, or just general all over communication. I did animal spirit card. I'm actually adding the animal spirit card to our energy reading because animals are part of the earth, and so they have a lot to help us clarify, bring forth, and help us understanding who we are in this beautiful world. So the spider came out when I did my meditation for the spirit animal, and the spider is it's a strong element in the forest, and because it just doesn't live in the forest, it's also in your window sills, or hanging out on the bushes. You could come across a spider's web and get tangled up in that spider web. You don't know what hit you when you walk right into it. It's strong. Spider-Man the movie is coming out this month, so it's actually tapping into these mystical, magical superhero powers that the spider has added to our energy. So when we are in a spider's web, we are expecting the unexpected with miracles. We're expecting overflow. And practically anything you desire can come your way when the spider has showed up in our energy of our life, because the spider is a co-creator. He's a creator of prosperity. He works through life and life's dharma. Dharma is your energy. So how you have weaved your life, the spider, just like the zodiac sign of Gemini, is ingenuous. It has it's an ingenuous creator. That means they're very thorough in their intellect. They are very clever. And so the greatest gift is that weave of thread of Dharma into, it just creates a vast, intricate web that supports the spider right in the middle. And it also supports those around it. That's what the spider web do. And so when the spider is helping you bring in and trap your financial and spiritual growth, it's hard at work on those elements, trying to help you bring them into view. But the spider never tires. It keeps going, and it doesn't become impatient. So that means no matter how long it takes to build that beautiful, strong web, it will take its creativity anywhere it needs to build that foundation. So the spider has come into our energies this week. And the results will be your work that you start to weave. Once you start working and weaving, the spider's magical, priceless tapestry will make sure that abundance flows. So when we're in balance with that spider this week, make sure you show that you are appreciative, you are enthusiastic about the web he has brought into your life, because when it's all in balance, it's nothing but prosperity and playful creativity. So enjoy that spider who's come into our energy this week. And if you see a little spider out there, don't kill it. Maybe if it's in the wrong place where it's, distracting or causing some complications in your structure of your living environment, just kind of gently, take a stick or a broom and clear the web. Make sure the spider isn't in it. And if he is in it, if you can kind of usher him out the door instead of smushing him or killing him, if at all possible. Spiders also eat the bugs in the summertime with all this water right now, we're going to start to see a lot of bugs waking up from the ground. Someone told me this also was a year of the cicada. That's that big old bug that kind of just, he's blind. He blindly moves around, running into you, running into everything. And then as they have a very short lifespan, so when they start to die, they just die right where they are. So they're crunchy and they're everywhere. They're in your car. They're on the glass, the window sills. Those cicadas could really be a nuisance. But again, because there are creations of God that woke from the earth, can we please not try to kill them, kind of usher them away from you? Or even maybe if we can just stay clear of them until they run their course. So protect the spider. I just say protect the spider, because the spider does bring many, many gifts. So I'm starting to shuffle the cards, and they're just kind of falling out all over the place. I shuffled beforehand, and before I start shuffling, guys, I do pre-shuffle and nothing comes out. When we set the intent and we go into the energy of the week of what the cards are wanting to share with us, they literally start to fall. So I'm going to make sure I'm feeling the cards. I know I've been chatting away about the spider that has come into our reading, but let's see what the mystical shaman has to add to our energy of the prosperity and the creativity that the spider and this web is bringing into our life this week. Wow, that was it. We got quite a few cards that dropped in that. So I'm going to put the deck here, because I also tried to put a background against my cherry wood desk so that it would help you see the cards better. And let's see what cards are going to help us with the spider. The first card that we are unwrapping is that moon again. We've had this moon come up. The moon will not go away. You know why? Because of the energy of all this water. The moon is and governs and controls water. And we've been having some beautiful moon sightings. The moon, if you go out tonight, I don't care what phase of the moon is in, you see it. Even in the cloudiest of the clouds right now, because the water is everywhere and the moon is saying, I am revealing. The moon is bringing forth a flow of cleansing. And when it cleanses, after all this rain, all this flow that's happening, you better bet we are in a season of bounty. Of bounty, guys. I'm telling you, it is happening all around. I was traveling, like I said earlier this week, and last week as well. So I did not do a reading earlier this week. I thought about doing the reading when I was in Chicago. I also went to Portland, as well as, I've been so many places the last couple of weeks that they all just start to run together. But specifically, I was in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, over near Oregon and Portland, and I thought about doing a reading. But if I had done a reading, it would not have been with my cards. So I do carry a smaller deck, but they're not the mystical cards. And so the reading would not come. I could not, it would not allow me to do it. I was distracted. I was held up, whether it was by traffic or other events that was around my work travel that didn't allow me the time to do the reading. So we're here Friday, It is May 31st. You add the numbers up, you're talking about a 9, 10, 11. So we're back at that 4. So here is 3 and 7. We're talking about a 10. And when we're talking about the moon, where we are again on the last day of the month of May, going into the month of June and its energies, we're taking in with us the moon. The essence of this moon says every 28 days, so 8 and 2 is 10, the moon manifests a steady progression from dark to light and then back again. And that's that rebirth continuing to go around and around and around. Is continuing its cycle. We are in a rebirth and a cleansing and a dying off and a coming back into a rebirth again, period. And that's why we keep having the moon. This phenomenon in our skies has a powerful impact. It's a powerful impact on our human psyche. It offers us the certainty that after periods of emptiness and darkness, there will be light waiting. So you can experience a new phase, or what we call another. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Everything has a life, and I did not mean to drop this beautiful stone. But a rebirth. This rebirth we have been coming to over and over again. And we talked about, I think I've now read this little message. It's an African prayer. So still reminding us that we pray for ourselves and we pray for others. May our lives be renewed as yours is. The moon also has a strong influence on the ebb and the flow of the water on the earth. This same power, in turn, affects humans' feelings, our emotions, and mirrors that rise from hiding into the unconscious mind. So whatever's hiding in the unconscious mind right now, if we get into the ebb and the flow of our lives, if we get into what we call that flow, that energy where our lives are in sync, like a beautiful melody or like a song being played. The vision that we are watching today, we're looking at a 444 energy, and some call that energy the key of David. And David, we're talking about David, King David. King David was a musician. And so when he played that song that God gave him, that music, that sweet, beautiful music, when you're in the flow, you will hear and you will resonate and vibrate with the energies of the earth, so that flow, as the tides of the ebb and the flow of life, as it goes and it comes, when it comes back, it's taking out what's no longer needed and is bringing back in all the wealth and the richness. Is replacing all the stuff we no longer serve, the things we no longer need, so that the things that provide us what we need and desire, we have room for them to flow into our lives. The invitation of the moon, it says for us to spend equal time in the dark as we do in the light. And that goes back to our meditation. When we go into meditation, we talk about meditation. We breathe. We focus on the breath. We breathe in through the nose. If we can hold it at the top for a few minutes, count to 3 and release. And when you breathe, you're breathing all the way down into the belly, all the way down into our sacral. So when you're breathing, For meditation purposes, there's many ways to meditate. And again, my friends, if you're interested in a little help with that, please let me know. I'll be happy to set you up, get you started, and maybe even help you personally, whether I can come visit you or you come visit me, and we just sit for a few moments and meditate. I would love to be able to show you the gift and the gifts of going into meditation at night with the moon and coming back in the brightness of the day and enjoying the view of the sun as it comes upon us. And again, the best time to do it is when life around us is asleep, so we don't have any disturbance, or you can do a mini meditation throughout the day. You can take 2-3 minute breaks along the day. Just breathe. Our next card is the Earth Keeper. The Earth Keeper card is a 9 card. We've had the Earth Keeper before, and look at that card. Look at the wings. Look at the face. Look at the sun in the hair. Look at the colors. There is our beautiful Earth right there in the corner. The Earth Keeper. The essence of the Earth Keeper who have now come into our lives. And again, when we talk about the number 9, we are actually tapping into attainment. The Earth Keeper is involved in co-creating our world with us. This is also a time to be responsible for the earth well-being as well as our own. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. And we talk about all life. I mentioned the spider is part of life here with us on this beautiful earth. So if you're cleaning those spider webs, remove them gently and usher the spider back into the earth. So when you choose to hold on to our earth and the planet that we all have our lives here among, and if you want to hold its sacred dreams and live in peace, if you want the rivers to flow clean and fresh in your life, as well as the air that you breathe, remember to do everything you can to protect our beautiful earth. If you have outgrown any small dreams or, any success that you've achieved, but you've outgrown that success, it's time to go towards achievements that are bigger and you're ready to dream big. Now is the time beyond your wildest expectation to take the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend who needs you and needs your time, or take care of pets, or sometimes my neighbors, they have little kitty cats running around, and sometimes they want to just come up and chat with you. So just take a little time to say hello to life's creatures, to the earth creatures. This is also a time for planting new bushes. It's time to clean up your yard. If those little house chores that are outside specifically, that is a part of keeping the earth. Or even when you set your trash out, be careful that when the wind is blowing, that the trash isn't all over the place. Even if it's your neighbor's trash, go out and pick it up, and remember that these are things that we're clearing away. We're clearing the clutter as well from the earth. We're trimming the trees. We're cutting the grass. when we do those things, we are earth keepers. And therefore, the earth, in its gratitude, will be good to us. And as they say in the universe, you ask and you shall receive. Make sure we take care and be good stewards of the earth. What a beautiful card. We've had this card before as well. It's 11 card. It's the Council. Oh my goodness. The Council. This is a very powerful, powerful card that has showed up in the web of our magic. So the Council is here again. Beautiful card with the strong elements of the sacred animals of the earth. In council, when we go and meet with the councils, and again, these councils are those that are waiting to deliver our most deepest, heartfelt dreams. They are luminous beings, and they hold all collective wisdom of humanity. They're the ones that we knew at some time in our spirit. And so when they come, they do a life review with us. And they help us and guide us and to make that threshold crossing into the spirit world. So when you are meditating, you may meet a council. A council person will come into your dreams. They will come into your heart. They will come into your spirit. And they will help us to explain, when we have challenges of, they may ask, why did you not love? Or about your bad deeds. Or they may ask about how are you with forgiveness? Or do you dare to forgive? But understand, when they come and share with us, they're sharing a wisdom that is available to us at all times. And they have an unconditional relationship with us in life. And they remind us that you do have to sit around a sacred fire and basically spill your guts so that they can help you claim your own inner wisdom. So when the council has come into the weave of our week, the message is to listen with your inner senses. The handwriting is already on the wall. So look around you and you will discern the meaning that they're asking for you to hear or see. Don't wait for any further signs to embark on a journey to love deeply, forgive sincerely, and dare greatly, and take that leap with the counsel here to live your fearless, truthful self and your truthful beginning of a beautiful, abundant, and strong life. But you have to see the messages coming and hear the messages from the council. The best way to do that without doubt and know that it is a council is to get it in meditation. Go and visit the moon tonight and listen. That's all. Just breathe and listen. We have a number 60, which is a number 6. And 6 are perseverance. So meditation sometimes, when people say to me, I can't meditate, my mind is going 100 miles a minute, that's what perseverance is all about. It's time to persevere in meditation. So when you're sitting in meditation and you're sitting there, you're breathing, you're focusing on your breath, and all you can do is think about what you should have said, what you should have done, oh, what you got to do tomorrow, the grocery lists, the carpool, when the daily busyness of life, or they call it the monkey mind, comes into view, that is the time to listen to your heart. Listen for your heartbeat and just breathe, and you will be able to hear the counsel. Our next card is the Vision Quest. The Vision Quest means that this is a time when we are going through our dark night of the soul. And you have to, in order to have a rebirth, which is a new beginning, which is that number 1, or as we had earlier, we had the 11 card, which I usually do not break that down because that's a spiritual message from the council. But if we did add those 2, we're talking about 2s. And when we're talking about 2s, we're talking about a choice. We're talking about whether or not you're going to face your fears. You have the choice. If you're going to embrace your mortality, and if you're going to face to face with your spirit. When you feel kind of, I don't know, you just kind of can't, wishy-washy, you can't make a choice, that's the Gemini twins energy as well coming up. So the Vision Quest is going to help us kind of bring our lives into perspective and help us realize our potential and the opportunity that life is here to give us. And at the same time, we have to realize our flaws. We can't move forward if we don't work on our weaknesses and make them strong. So flaws aren't negative. Flaws are opportunities to become better. In order to do that, though, you do have to find clarity. You have to spend some time in nature. You have to dance with life. So she's dancing under the sunlight. So you go in at night with the moon. You can dance under the moonlight, but you can do it you could do it inside in your home. Open up the curtains, open up the blinds, let the moonlight shine in, or the sunlight shine in if you have that direction where you live, where that beams, the sun can kind of brightly shine upon your face, or the moon at night. When you do that, you're actually tapping into its energy. You're actually using David's key to open a new door in your life. That is the energy we're vibrating this week. 4, 4, 4. Those triple fours are very, very powerful. If you live near a park, go walk. If you live in the city, go for a walk in the park. If you live in the country, you have the best opportunity to go on your vision for your life and contemplate the future, because it has been here waiting for us to tap into what those desires and dreams are, and have that spider grab them in his web to help you bring all your visions of your dreams to light. Remember when you were a child? I mean, I'm not even a child, and I still have what I call my dream catcher. I have a few dream catchers in my meditation studio. So when I'm meditating, that the web of the dream catcher can catch my dreams and help me to remember them, and on a daily basis, so that I can constantly be working to make my dreams come true. here we have a 17, which comes to 8. And 8 is advancement, and we're here with the earth. We're back. We had the earth keepers, we had the moon, we got the council, we also had the vision quest. Oh my goodness. This week coming up, ladies and gentlemen, if the message isn't clear, please go and spend time with this beautiful earth. Please spend time getting to know the beauty of our beautiful planet. The earth beings. We are all earth beings. We might be in the element of air in the sign of Gemini right now in the astrological universe, but we are grounded here on this beautiful planet called Earth. And with Earth, we are also saying, I think we have actually balanced our roots in the earth. And when this card appeared, this card represents the gift of life. It's a symbol that refers to the body of our planet, this beautiful earth, and the human body and nature herself. Mother Earth is here to remind us that in order for us creatures who are born on this earth, that we are the stewards as human beings of this planet and of all the life that is here. Whether this card right now is asking you, how is your health, your wealth, your security, your grounding, your solidarity, and your stability? This is a reminder from the world itself, Earth, that the spirit needs you to treat it with respect. And when we do, and I think that's why we've been in this emotional period, the earth is crying out for us to see that this is where we live. And this is how we breathe, where we eat, where we sleep, where all our spiritual blessings are gifted, is from the earth. So at this time, any gifts that are coming to you, they're coming and being gifted as grace to you because you have actually accepted the invitation to show the earth and act towards the earth with compassion, integrity, gratitude, humility, and then that way all your prosperous endeavors that you can imagine is yours for the keeping. That's as simple as that. That is how you manifest. That is the secret to life. That is the great secret, the book. The secret is to manifest by following this design, this grand plan, and all the guardian angels will come to you. They will come to you in all forms of energy, and they will bestow upon your head a crown of glory. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. I'm not even going to put an ending on these energies because they have no ending. But I will say, welcome in June, which starts tomorrow, and say goodbye to May 31st, 2019, and open the door for grand new beginnings. Namaste.